Oh, we're live. Have I been banned? It's possible. Possible. It's possible. It's possible. Talk to myself. Facebook Live. Facebook Live. Hello, people. I don't know what to work on tonight. I have no idea. My camera's not working. That's a problem. Why do we have no camera? Why do we have no camera? Well, that was fun. Apparently, we get to use this camera today because I forgot to turn on the other camera. And I don't know how to change the camera in the middle. Interesting. And I have problems. You know, let's see. We have internet. These are supposed to be paused. You know, sometimes I do good things, and sometimes I just get... You can't see us. How about the mic? Is that better? Like, is that better? This doesn't have a mic, I don't think. Is that better? Maybe? Can you see me now? So, I was really struggling to, I was struggling today to find a project. Of course, part of it's because I just got here. It's still rough. The video or the sound? There's a difference. There's a difference. Just scoot you forward. That'll work. I can't change it without ending the thing. Like there's no changing it. Nope. Now I did something I can't undo. I can't undo. Oh no. Does this say pre? I broke it. I broke it. Oh no. Okay, better. I don't have a fan. My air conditioner is going, and there's not one darn thing I can do about that because it's hot upstairs. It's like 90 degrees. Can you hear me now? I'm certain that that's the problem. It should kick off in a minute. I apologize. I need to get one of those little microphone thingies, and I meant to do that, and I forgot. That's terrible. So I have these fabrics, and I have these fabrics. I don't remember how much I bought. I think I got a fat quarter, yes, or a fat. Okay, so I bought these in London. So I don't know. They're kind of fun. Look at. It's green, not yellow, so that's unfortunate. Lighting is good today. Okay. I disagree, but okay. So I have this green one and a blue one. And look at this guy. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? And then this one is really fun. It's got a turtle. It's got a little bit of metallics on it. You can't hardly see it, but it's got a little metallic to it. So I have these, and I grabbed them because I was like, and then this is the beautiful part. Hello, Lori. And this is the other side. So I was thinking it needs to be like a table runner with this on one side and this on the other, because you can't cut that up, right? This came from a little quilt shop in Bath, outside of London in England. So I have 4 quarter yards to make some blocks in the middle. Any ideas? I'm looking for ideas or help for my little London fabric. This is by Beth and Janine for Dashwood Studio. That's what it says. So at H&H, I got this little cute book, and this is for Villa Rosas. Listen, I have all of my unused applications closed. Let's see. It's very angry at me, but I have everything closed. It's all Google. I need a better computer. Apparently that's what I need to ask for. Okay, so this holds Villa Rosa patterns, and it holds quite a few. Like, it's probably pretty full right now. Like, this is probably all you can do. But when you find one you want, you just pull it out, and you don't have to take it out of the book. Isn't that cool? So I thought maybe I could find some type of table runner pattern in here that would work for that. Keeping in mind another project that I have to do, and I picked a pattern for it and I don't love it. Do you ever do that? Where you buy the fabric and you put a pattern with it, and when you get home you're just like, So this uses fat quarters, and it cuts them into 2.5-inch strips. So I think that we could do this. What do you think about this one? It's not big enough, but I think that I can make it work. So this is going to be a maybe. So this is the fabric that I have. I have ten fat quarters and a jelly roll. They do fill up fast, like these, but I think this one's really cool. This uses 14 fat quarters, and I bet if we added a row, like this row cuts off right here, like that star cuts off. Ow, I hit the machine. I like it better on the other side where it cuts off just a little bit. So maybe we do another row. That would bring us to, maybe we do a whole nother row of stars. That could work. So that's a maybe. So that's kind of where I am today. I have two projects that need a pattern, and I don't know how to pick it out. So any advice is welcome. We have some peaches, and I picked this one pattern, and I asked for it, and I read it, and I was just really not loving it. Do you do a lot of Villa Rosa patterns, Lori? I ordered some of these for the store, so they're coming. There is pink, purple, teal, and there's a clear one. That was boring, so I didn't buy it. These are all the ones that are new. This one's fun. Ha ha ha. That one's fun. So I did want to update you on last week's project. Last week we were working on the ginormous roll of paper piecing, and it was not, it was a lot. So I did end up cutting it into appropriate sizes, and oops, that would be bad. And I finished about half of it, a little more than half. And it turned out beautiful. Aren't those colors beautiful? They are beautiful. They're so beautiful. But definitely recommend cutting the paper I thought that we could get away without it, and it did not work. Did not work. Also, we have red thread in here, which is not really a good choice for any project that I'm working on, except for the chickens that I had to bind over the weekend. And I took all of my tools with me to the quilt show, and I did not put them back yet. So we need to fix that problem. Next month is the sale on the floor models, and I am kind of excited because I have lots of floor models right now, and the stress of getting them all out and visible for everyone to see is just a lot. We do need a presser foot. Okay, what you working on tonight, Lori? Gretchen, what are you working on? I moved my things to work on quilting this one, to put the binding on a project last week, and that was terrible. That was terrible. I made a mess of my sewing table and had to move all of my strips that are sitting here, and that was a disaster. And I have to finish the baby mermaid quilt for Friday. Oops. Time really got, oh no, Gretchen, that's terrible. Time really got away from me. Like, May showed up with a vengeance. What was that all about? I think that was unnecessary. And now I want to be outside and not in my sewing room. So maybe we'll have to do Facebook Live from the lake. Would be a good idea. We could go out on the pontoon. Probably get better service than down here. You guys are not going to like this if the microphone is being silly. And it won't let me change, so I apologize. Oh, that's awesome. And I did something to my shoulder, and it's very unhappy. It's very, very unhappy. Oh, this is so pretty. I really, I wish y'all could see the colors on here. I know you can't, but you're really missing out because this is really pretty. Taryn's probably texting me, telling me how terrible it is. She says, it's bad. It's so bad. If you're just stopping by for the first time, thanks for coming. If you've been here a minute, thanks for sticking around for my craziness. There's so many fun things that I saw at H&H, and some of them came in the mail today, so now I have to go make more samples, so I have to make more things in my sewing room, and I just don't really have any more capacity for anything else in my sewing room. So if anybody is feeling like they could make a sample, let me know, because that could be helpful. Lessen the stress level in my life, for sure. For sure. I really wish I had my iron here. Was that the one? No, you finished your... But Lori, you know what? You finished so many more projects than I do. Like, you're on a roll. You really are. That was terrible. What happened there? Like, what is going on here? Can we fix that? I don't know if I can fix that. They get puckered for some reason. This whole paper piecing. Oh my gosh. Do you want to see Did I not bring it down? You know, you'd think that my sewing room was ginormous. Here it is. So, when I went to the hotel, I took a project that I'm working on just for me. Nobody else, just for me. And it's a little insane, but it's where my stuff was, so I knew this is a good spot. I almost have Mrs. Banks done. Look at. From Mary Poppins. You don't have a husband at home. That seems valid. And then this month they changed my shipment, so I have to do like I have to cut my fabric before I go. But this is what the quilt is going to look like when I'm all said and done. Practically perfect. Story block of the month. And I spent 2 hours on 4 pieces. It was crazy. It was a little intense, not gonna lie. And I thought I brought my iron back down, but it looks like I did not. Because my ironing board is here, but my iron is missing. So that is inconvenient and not helpful for any of us. Any of us. I was attempting to put together, she is cute, let me tell you. And she is something. She is something. Oh wait, I have another iron. I have another iron. Where is it? Which drawer is it in? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Out there. There it is. Yellow iron. No, I realized I have like 25 power surge protectors in here. Hold on, we gotta plug in the iron. Behind you. Ouch. Up close and personal. It's probably not a good spot. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, iron's in. We're good. Figure out why my bobbin thread is showing on your block. When's the last time you had your machine serviced? That is a very valid thing, though, doing your block at night so you don't snack. That is literally what I need to do. Well, I crochet, so I usually go upstairs and then I crochet. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, look, the iron fixed the problem. It kind of buckled, so that was unfortunate. Okay, did you rewind a bobbin? Because sometimes the bobbin just doesn't roll right, and that causes chaos. Okay, I've decided we have to roll this up. Please hold. It's getting a little crazy. I have a quilt on the long arm that I have to get done. I've been trying to build a frame today, and I had to go to the doctor and for just a little checkup. No big deal. But she made me wait. And I don't really like waiting. And then come to find out it was for one silly thing. Like she was just rechecking one thing that I could have honestly done at home. And I was a little annoyed. Okay, but sometimes, hi Lisa, Lori, sometimes you have to have it cleaned out in the bottom, and if you haven't had it cleaned since you got it, I would say that it's time to make sure there aren't any little things stuck in the bottom of your, oh my gosh, I was looking for these the other day, in the bottom underneath, like and around your bobbin case. Because if your bobbin thread is showing something wonky is going on, it could also just need to be oiled inside. Not something you want to do. and it could need to be adjusted. The tension you could have broke a needle, and then the tension's a little off, or it knocked something out of alignment, which is entirely possible. So I recommend having a doctor's appointment. Did you use that vacuum that we had at the shop where you could like get into the nooks and crannies with it? Maybe bring it in and use that vacuum. I was in a hurry tonight, Lisa, so I turned on my camera I turned on Facebook Live thinking, oh yeah, I'm ahead of things. Only to remember that I forgot to change the camera to the other camera, and now we are stuck with this camera. And I don't love it, but here we are. Also forgot to bring my iron up down from upstairs, so we are ironing with the old one, not the cool tool one. I wonder how much heat the plastic could take. Probably not a good choice. It's probably not a good choice, but I need a better camera setup. So if you know anyone who can help me with that and be like, come in here and help me actually set up some angles and lighting and a microphone that works, that would be super cool. I would really appreciate it. Because it just doesn't always work out well. And other people have really cool views. Like you could see what I'm doing. You know, but the lighting is terrible. It's terrible. Maybe after I finish setting up the long arms, I can like empty this room and rearrange so that we have better lighting for, whoops, my iron fell down. So we have better lighting for this situation, you know? And that's what I need to do. Dun, dun, dun. I got a lot done. Look, I only have this much left of row one. I know that's not very much. Let's not be unreasonable. The big spirit machine. Well, you still got to bring it in and get it cleaned, honey. Carl comes in next week, I think, if you need an appointment. I think we still have a couple of spots left, so you could schedule that. You know, I forget which way I was doing this last week. I really do. Like I had a method to my madness, and it was working, and I've forgotten how I did it. Okay, now we're good. We're good. Definitely need better camera, because see, like, if I push this away, can you see what I'm doing? Kind of. Turn it around. Turn it around. Dun, 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 dun. So after you finish that, I know. Gretchen was frustrated. Gretchen was very frustrated with her machine. Better, because you can see better. Thank you. I do need a professional, so if you run across one, please let them know that you know someone who needs some help with their camera setup and angles and all the fun things and lighting and a microphone. That's a must. That did not stay where I needed it to be to go. See what happened? It turned over. It went from right. Okay, Janice, you might be perfect for this. Let me show you what I bought in London a while ago now. Oh, I got this pin gluey. And I'm looking for, I think I'm going to do a table runner with it because it has this. So I did not get very much. This is the fabric. This is one side, and this is the other side. And this is maybe half a meter, because that's how you buy it in London. And then I have 4 coordinating fabrics that I want to focus or have be prominent. So this one is really fun, and you can't really tell, but there's a little bitty touch of gold in it. I bought this in Bath. So, isn't that fun? It's so fun. And then, the red pandas. I think that's what these are. And then this one has some metallic on it too. And then this one has a little bit of metallic. It's more green than yellow. It is way more green than yellow. So I have four fabrics and the border print, which I think is super cute. So I just need an idea for a small amount of fabric, but I want to be able to feature all of it and still see some of the animals that are in it. I liked it. I actually bought some Tilda, but I gifted that to someone else. And I kept that fabric because it has a flare. Well, are you volunteering? A lot of people do have someone else running the camera. During the lives too is what I wonder. Like, because a lot of people don't do the lives, I don't think. They do the recording and then thing it, but I like to interact with the people. Very fun. Not cute. It's not cute? I thought it was cute. Oh, I gotta get scissors. These ones aren't cut. Scissors, scissors, scissors. Man, those are butter scissors. Cuts like butter. Cuts like butter. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I've asked like the chamber and they did a video for me, but they didn't come in and show me how. But the one lady said she would come in and maybe help me. They do lives on YouTube and they have somebody doing the recording. Yeah, maybe I should do lives on YouTube. Is that the place to be? I just need somebody to stream it on all of the places. Maybe that would work. This is not working today. You're not a cute person. Understood. Understood. Pretty. Fun. It is a fun fabric. It's not cutesy. It's got kind of a, I don't know, it's got kind of an Asian flair to me, I believe, and the little gold in there is pretty. So I thought I could have something fun. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, there's this fabric treatment or iron-on vinyl called Slicker. I wonder if I put that on. What happened? What happened? I pinned it right where I have to sew like a dummy. There's this iron-on stuff called Slicker, and I wonder if that could be worked out, and then it could be a really cute table topper for my patio furniture in the summertime. And it's kind of a fun pillowcase. I don't have 3/4 of a yard. It's only a half a meter. I think that would be not quite enough unless I piece the pillowcase. And I have almost a jersey pillowcase. Almost. It's almost like a jersey knit pillowcase. Yes. I'm mermaid fabric in this one. I think it's mermaid fabric. And I'm going to finish the mermaid quilt. So that's tomorrow evening after Facebook Monthly Madness sale. So tomorrow, when we do Monthly Madness, I think I got to come home and finish up that. The quilt for the baby shower, which is Sunday, so I'm running out of time. Thankfully, I'm almost done, and then I just have to have long arm empty to finish up the last little bit. So that will be easy because it's just going to be like 6 straight stitches and then binding it. But the long arm will keep the backing smooth while I do that. My cousin Haley got these. You knew the needle needed changes. I do have to pack. Thankfully, I'm kind of a pro at packing. I'm kind of a pro. Although last week when I left, I forgot my noise machine. I sleep with a white noise machine. It is like the best thing ever because especially when you're in a hotel and some parents, let their kids run around like crazy and then you hear them and that's obnoxious, not really gonna lie. I really tried not to ever let my kids run around like crazy people unless we were on the first floor because then nobody was above us and they couldn't hear their little feet pounding all over the place. So when I had kids, I always stayed on the first floor because when I travel with little ones, because then we didn't disturb anybody. But now as an adult without children, I stay on the top floor. So that I don't get disturbed by all the little children. Not that I'm against children. I just, I like my sleep. Everybody else likes it when I sleep too because I'm a much nicer human when I have sleep. That is not a lie at all. Ow. Oh gosh, let's not do that. I really just need to reorganize and get some different cameras and get a person. Maybe I need a person. Maybe Lizzie will record for us when she gets a little bit older. I'm packing. I gotta build 2 long arms. If anybody wants to come help, and is good at an erector set type of assembly process, that'd be great. This one, I love this fabric. Isn't that fun? This is so fun. Can I make a quilt with just one of these strips? Because this is kind of a pizza. But we're almost done. Look, I only have this much left. We'll be able to finish this one tonight. So that's about, 3 hours for one side. And we need 6 of them. So I need about another 20 hours this week. I don't think that's going to happen. to mail it. Gonna have to get mailed. You'll have. I mean, I don't know how Kevin would feel about that, Janice. Just saying. He might not like it. So I have that pattern, and then one other pattern I'm looking for ideas on. I have a fat quarter bundle and 2 jelly rolls of Kona solids for another, just these colors. They're like peaches and sherbet. I call this sherbet. They called it blushing bouquet. And then this is the solids. And then for accents, I have another Kona pack with a little bit of a darker colorway to it. So if I needed like an accent color. So I have quite a bit of fabric for that one. I was trying to make a queen size. That one doesn't have to be done till July. I have 2 that are supposed to be done this weekend. That's not happening. Let's not be unreasonable. I'm just a little unreasonable. It's all my own fault. It's okay. I spilled something on there. So those are my 2 patterns I'm trying to make. I tried to finish something. And then I think that's all of the I have to get done this year. Now I really should take my Alyssimo in to see the doctor next week. And you know what? I can lift it now, so I may be able to do that. I'm going to tell Kevin that you said that you're going to find me a nice guy. Maybe he'll change his mind about staying home and hanging out with me on Tuesday nights. No, that's always and forever been guys' night. Oh, I can't take that from him. We'd have to change our date night here, or our sewing night. And I usually sew because Kevin's not. And Lizzie goes to bed early, or she did. Now she's a little bit older, so not so much early, but... Okay, look, we did a whole row. Now we're back to the pretty colors. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up. Oh no, don't mess it up. So I have a quilt on my frame that is a jelly roll quilt, and it's on, you know how the edge of it, like they're all on the bias. So that really kind of made me think about this one. I think I will definitely put a border around it because it is very stretchy. It's very, very stretchy. Hi. There's a strange, aw, he's giving me a heart. What did you? There's a strange man outside my window over there. It's like right there. Nope, right there. That's a window. He thinks he's cute. He must have had a good day playing golf. So, what is everybody doing this summer? And how much do you sew in the summertime? Do you sew the same as in the winter? Oh, that was almost a disaster. Good call. Good call. We have such a short... Grab him. Let him record. Well, then I have to end the recording and start it over again because Facebook doesn't let me change my video source while we are recording, which is kind of not great, but you know. That's what it is. I just want to finish a project. I took apart a machine today and put it back together, and it worked. That was impressive. You know, sometimes when you do the things and you're just like, I don't know if this is going to work out real well, and then you do it and you're kind of proud of yourself. It's like, hey, I did that and it's working now. Yay me. Yay me. This one is very wrinkly. We're gonna I have a new project for next week that I'm kind of excited about, but I just did not have all of the time today to get it together. So next week on Tuesday, we're going to have a sneak peek of a class that's coming up. So that'll be fun. And I'm very excited about that one because it is it's a new technique that this one lady at H&H showed me, and that was pretty cool. So we're going to download that and try this new technique, and then we're going to prep the sample for class, which I think will be fun. We are almost done with our first of, what did we decide, 7? Our first of 7 jelly roll braid papers. Which is kind of cool. It's very nice out today. Very nice outside. So I think maybe they're getting ready to go out on the boat. Nobody? Y'all here? You sleeping? Are we sleeping? What, how much do you sew in the summertime? I'm not sleeping. I would be sleeping. Tomorrow night for Monthly Madness, I have some great big surprise things, so we should see those. And then I have to come home and pack. Thursday, and finish my quilt. Finish the baby. It might not get finished. It's fine. We get it. I'm not going to stress over it. I'm not going to stress over it. You know, sometimes it just doesn't work out on time. That's okay. It's okay. She's not going to use that big heavy mermaid quilt until later in the fall anyways. So, it's okay. We're going to give myself permission that if it doesn't get done, it's okay. We're going to try really hard. But I'm not going to get all bent out of shape. You're behaving. Well, that's not fun. It's not fun at all, Janice. Gretchen? Gretchen? How long have you had an ear infection? That's no fun at all. Oh my goodness, that is so close to not being good. We need to be a little better with our seams here, guys. A little better with our seams. There's some big seams on this one, I'm not going to lie. Look at this. That's almost disgraceful. When I take the paper off, they'll be like, what in the world is this woman doing? Look. Probably about to say, you don't get much done on the weekends, though, because they're usually going somewhere. I understand that. A week, oh, that's awful. I'm sorry. That's terrible. Nobody needs any of that nonsense that long. Have you been home? Are you being able to go to work and you're just miserable? That's awful. Okay, let's do better about this seam allowance crap. Let's do better. Oh, I'm sorry. Ear infections are terrible. That's why I wear a hat in the winter. I was like, it's messed up your hair. I don't care. Ear pain is the worst pain. It's almost the worst pain. I could think of a couple more, but ear pain is right up there with the damn kidney stone. Pardon my language, but really, you know, no fun at all. So, Ear pain is serious. No one will see it. It will be inside the quilt. You're not wrong, Brett, or Lisa, you're not wrong, which is why I don't really care. But look at how close to the end we are. That's exciting. I do wonder, like this particular pattern, if this particular pattern would be better just sewing and just trimming. Like on the Grace quilt, when we did that one, I don't think we paper pieced this block. And I love this one. But oh, I like those colors together. I wish that you could see the true colors of that because it is really pretty. It is really pretty. These are just really pretty colors. Highly, highly like it. Highly like it. Okay. Look at us go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more colors and then we're done. I think the light on the machine makes it harder. Yes, but it's great for seeing. Well, honestly, the lights in my sewing room are intense because I have the runway lights here and the runway lights back there. And when I shut them off, it's almost like it's like dark in here, but it's really not. I mean, they're LED lights, but the runway lights are like daylight lights. But I like it that way because in the wintertime, it makes me feel like I'm somewhere nice and sunny. Yep. Yes, Lori. Absolutely. That was not a fun pain either. Similar though, because when I had my gallbladder attack, I thought I had a kidney stone, and the urologist kept telling me that I didn't, and I thought he was lying. So, it ended up being gallbladder. That was fun. That was fun. Definitely not. Definitely not. But ear pain is right up there. That, for sure. I love this so much. I love this so much. This one's going to be hard to give away. You know, sometimes when you make them and you're just like, oh, this one's going to be really hard to give away. I've been pinning them, the papers, or the fabric, because it keeps flopping on me. And although, knock on some wood, I haven't had to unsew this time. It's no fun when you do. When you do have to unsew. So, I want to try this one method that we're going to work on next week. That's going to be really fun. I saw that at H&H, and I was excited about that. And then I have another class, and Donna's really excited about that. That's coming in. I thought those patterns came in a box today, but they did not, which is kind of sad. And then I have a class, a lady coming. I'm working on finalizing for the fall, I hope. I'm really hoping that Julie comes out and sees us again because she's a fun time. We're trying to fill that calendar for the next 2 quarters. Hopefully have some fun things that'll get some people out of their houses while the sun is shining, and and there's none of that S word, not the brown stuff. So, then you have to put the paper on, or the fabric on, before you can flip it over and sew on the paper. You have to put the fabric on first. I don't know if I cut enough pieces. So I cut like so much of my scraps into strips to do this project on, and for 7 of them, I don't know. It's going to be a maybe. It's going to be a maybe. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh. That did not look like it was all the way to where I needed it to be. Okay, if you could pick any pattern and you would be able to make it, even if it's one of those that you think is too hard, like you could make any pattern you want that you've kind of been avoiding or would like to know how to make it, what pattern would that be? Or what project would that be? For me, while you guys think about it or type it, for me, I really would like to do a Jacqueline DeLonge, I can't say her name right, the colorful quilt. I have admired her quilts for years, and I love them, and I would love to do one. The next one, if I had to pick 2, would be a Laura Heine collage quilt. They terrify me for some reason. They really just terrify me. Like cutting up, and I cut up fabric, but cutting up the fabric and then layering it and like having to commit to that is terrifying for some reason. So if you could do any quilt and you knew like ahead of time you would be successful, which one would you do? Another one that kind of scares me, but I'm getting better, is Elizabeth Hartman. Oh my goodness, all my people went away. Elizabeth Hartman. I would like to do one of hers. And I have not yet. Everybody went away. Okay. I think that. So if you look up Jacqueline Delonge, Delonge, if you look her up, she has a series of quilts called Be Colorful, and they really just intrigue me. Oh, I have another one coming that I ordered, and hopefully Miss Karen is watching and or stops by and can let me know when those are coming, because I'm very excited about that. I found so many fun things. One of the legit, I do want to do a legit kit. I have one. They're a lot. I need more hours in the day for that. And you have to be very organized, I think. Well, you've done the Kimberbell ones with all the pieces, so I think you would be all right with that, Lori. If you paper piece, I think you would be good. I wouldn't be scared I would not be afraid of you doing that. Oh, the show and tell. So I just got the patterns in the shop today. So if you wanted to buy the pattern and use your own scraps, that pattern will be in the shop. It's an Elizabeth Hartman. That's one that I want to do, which is kind of scary. The show and tell is so cute, though. It's so stinking cute. And then at the quilt show last weekend, I saw it done, and it is beautiful. It really is. I don't know what I did here. This was not smart, 70. This was not smart. Sometimes I'm not always the smartest fish in the sea here. fascinated with first piecing, and like seeing how to do that. You have, yes. Oh, see, my seams are very large. Good thing I cut these pieces big. We're almost done. We're almost done. Oh, it's almost time to look at that. So, I really wonder if these are like 1 3/4. I really wonder if doing it without the paper is easier. But then again, my seams would probably not be straight at the end of the day. I'm just not going to lie. You really have done a great job with those. And so that helps. I think it would help you to be able to do that. And like the dinosaur, I need to get him done. That's the other one I have to get done. Oh my God. So the dinosaur, he's a very easy, if you have a paper piece, that might be one of the Hobbs designs, might be a good start. But they're always broken up into like sections. So, like my Mrs. Banks, the Quilt by Strips book. I'll be done in 5 minutes. Yeah. So, you mean the Stripology book, Sharita? The Stripology book. Stripology uses the ruler, the Stripology ruler. That is a whole different technique. It is a great ruler, though. It's a great ruler. Gudrun Erdla, I can never say her name right. She is a very talented pattern writer. She makes some really cool stuff. The strips, yes. That is a Stripology book. So the Stripology book uses a Stripology ruler, different ones. You might have to ask for one of those for your birthday because those rulers are pricey. However, they are great because they let you cut quickly. Oh, I love this one. This one, I love this fabric. Look at this fabric. Oh my goodness, look at. So if it's not a Stripology ruler, sometimes the patterns don't make sense because she tells you where to line it up, and there's dots and other markers on the. What happened to my other? Here it is. On the ruler. Do I have one here? I don't think I have one here. I don't see one on my wall over there. It shows you, like, there's a point, line this up here. It's kind of like the So Kind of Wonderful rulers, how she tells you how to cut those, and somehow you magically get this, like, animal out of it, which is wild, for sure. That's a quilt I have over here that I need to work on. All of the quilts that I have are hard. That's the problem. I always pick the hard patterns. Like, I really do. Should we pick an easy one? I could have had something together in a week if I had not been wanting to use this braid paper. Maybe that's what we need to do. Start doing a quilt, the 3-yard quilts or the 5-yard quilts. See if I can get something done quickly. Wouldn't that be nice? I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Always doing the hard ones. Always do pick them hard ones. Yes. And then tell your loved one to use a 30% off. So if they are, shopping with us normally, like birthdays and Mother's Day, and or anniversaries, then they become a customer and they get 30% off once a month. And that's like one of those items that's worth using your 30% off on, For sure. It is challenging. It does make you think. You've got to kind of take it easy and think about what you're doing to make that ruler help you make the project. But it is a great, it's a really brilliant mind. And I love that. Wait till you see what Karen's going to bring us. So I met this wonderful lady, Karen, at the quilt show this weekend. And so I got some of her stuff coming. I had to order it because the pattern I saw needed a different size. And she was kind enough to order them for me. So when those come, that'll be fun. I gotta call her. Not on my reminder list for tomorrow. Oh, so cool. Look at it. We're almost there. I do have the dog one. I do. I need to do that one too. Listen, I have so many. You don't even understand. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There's like at least 35 right there. Right there. I don't even want to hear it. There's so many. So, I will forever have projects to do because I pick the hard ones and they take so long and I can't finish one in a weekend. Is what it is. I also work too much. That is another problem. That's a me problem for sure. I do love what I do, but I do work a lot. So thankfully, like this one, I get to do my projects. You have a 12-inch one, the Stripology. So the mini, is that the mini, Lori? All right, I'm going to finish this one, and then I just had somebody come in here and say dinner was ready, although it's a little late for dinner, but I'm going to go try it because it is, somebody came and cooked for us, so I'm going to go eat it because it would be rude not to. So I'm going to finish this strip, and then I'm going to go upstairs and have some yummy food. It's dark, so I can't sit outside anymore. Well, I could, but I am not a fire person because then what happens is the bugs eat me. You have a 12-inch Stripology ruler. I have a big one, but I tried to use it with the patterns once, and it didn't work. I think I have the pattern book right here. Thought I see it. Oh, that's not it. I spiral bound something. Smart of me. I spiral bound the one of my Kimberbell ones because I didn't want. I like to have it open, and sometimes it flops. All right. What was what? What was that? It was me running over things. That's what that was, me running over things. All right, I am going to go and have some food and visit with the company we have upstairs. And I will see you all next Tuesday. It is Memorial Day weekend, so please take time and enjoy that. And hopefully it's nicer than it was last year for Memorial Day weekend because it was cold and we were not a fan of that. I will be heading a little south to go investigate something fun, so stay tuned and see what that is. And this is how far we got. It is this long. It is so tall. It is so tall. Good night, guys. Understood. Bye. We'll see you next week. Have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy your friends and family, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.